The government committed ensuring justice for killing of Sharif Usman Hadi. Formal letter to be sent to relevant agency under United Nations on Sunday to conduct investigation. Law enforcement did not use lethal weapons, did not fire any shots on protesters. They only used sound grenades and water cannons to control situation, statement from interim government. BNP's election manifesto promises to curb corruption, uphold rule of law and build accountable state. BNP Chairman Tariq Rahman announces 51-point manifesto including family cards and agricultural cards. If 11-party alliance comes to power, roots of corruption will be uprooted, says Jamaat Amir Dr. Shafiqur Rahman at election rally in Postal. Bangladesh Khelafhat Majlis announces 22-point election manifesto. Party's Amir Maulana Mamunul Haq expresses commitment to build human and developed country. Only 6 days left for elections. Campaigning in full swing throughout country, including capital. Candidates going doorsteps of voters making various promises, including development commitments. At least 31 killed in suicide bomb blast at Shia Mosque in Pakistan's Islamabad. And in second match of Odomo Bangladesh T20 Cup, Durbar 11 beat Dhumketu 11 by 2 wickets. Assalamu alaikum. This is Faria Dilshadmo welcoming all to News at 10. Those are the highlights. Now let's move on to the news in details. The interim government today issued a statement clarifying the circumstances surrounding the protest in front of Jamuna demanding justice for Sharif Usman Hadi killing, saying that no lethal weapon was used to control the situation. Reiterating its unwavering commitment to ensure justice for the killing of Sharif Usman Hadi, the government urged all to show restraint and responsibility during the sensitive pre-election period. A protest demanding justice for Shahid Sharif Usman Hadi began in the afternoon of February 5, 2026, under the banner of Inqilab Moncho in front of the State Guest House Jamuna, said in the statement issued by the Chief Advisor's press wing this evening. Despite an existing ban on demonstrations in and around the Jamuna, law enforcement agencies initially did not use any kind of force against the protesters, it added. Today, when protesters attempted to break through barricades and move towards the Jamuna and at one point climbed onto water cannons, law enforcement agencies used sound grenades and water cannons to bring the situation under control, the statement said. The government is clearly stating that law enforcement agencies did not fire any shots at this time, it added. For the sake of maintaining public order and ensuring the security of the Chief Advisor, all forms of assemblies, processions, mass gatherings and demonstrations remain prohibited in and around the State Guest House Jamuna, the statement said. In this context, the police dispersed the protesters in a lawful and procedural manner, it said, adding that the Dhaka Metropolitan Police has confirmed that no lethal weapons were used during the operation. Referring to on-duty doctors at the Emergency Department of Dhaka Medical College Hospital, the statement said a total of 23 individuals, including Inqilab Moncho member Secretary Abdullah Al-Zabir, received medical treatment from the facility following the incident. Doctors have confirmed that none of the injured sustained gunshot wounds, it added. The government clearly reiterates that it is firmly committed to hold the trial of Shahid Sharif Usman Hadi killing. The government is deeply reviewing the legal aspects of conducting an investigation under the United Nations and will formally send a letter to the relevant UN agency on February 8, the statement read. The government further rejected claims circulating in various media alleging excessive use of force against protesters, stating that such allegations are not correct. The government is calling on everyone to maintain patience, restraint and responsibility during this sensitive political time ahead of the upcoming elections, the statement said. The statement noted that nearly 180 million people in the country are eagerly awaiting the election, while the international community is closely observing developments in Bangladesh and many foreign journalists and observers are already present in the country. Calling the upcoming election a historic milestone in Bangladesh's democratic journey, the government sought responsible behavior and cooperation from the country's all citizens to ensure a festive, peaceful and participatory election. This electoral opportunity achieved through a long struggle, sacrifice and bloodshed is profoundly significant for the nation, the statement said. The government stressed that the election must be conducted in a free, fair, peaceful, inclusive and neutral manner to ensure overall progress, stability and future development of the country. No deviation is acceptable to achieve this. The government believes that an acceptable, dignified and democratic election can only be successfully implemented through the collective responsible behavior and cooperation of all citizens of the country, the statement said. With the core philosophy of state governments being Bangladesh first, BNP today unveiled its election manifesto for the upcoming national election, pledging to build a justice-based, human and prosperous Bangladesh. The BNP's election manifesto includes promises of various welfare-oriented initiatives for the people, such as family cards, farmers' cards, expatriate cards and support in education, healthcare and employment generation. BNP Chairman Tariq Rahman announces the election manifesto this afternoon at a hotel in the capital 6 days ahead of the national elections slated for February 12. BNP Secretary General Mirza Fakhrul Islam Alamgir chaired the event while Nuzrul Islam Khan, chairman of the BNP Election Steering Committee, conducted it. The manifesto has been prepared by integrating BNP's 31-point state reform outline, the party founder Ziaur Rahman's 19 points, former chairperson Begum Khaleda Zia's Vision 2030 and the July National Charter. Party chairman Tariq Rahman made commitment declaring a policy of zero tolerance against corruption. The manifesto stated that BNP believes good governance is the foundation of development. The rule of law and accountability will be ensured at all levels of the state, and the foundation of governance and the judiciary will be justice. The manifesto has been divided into 5 sections, highlighting a total of 51 priority points that outline the party's plan for the next 5 years. The party has outlined plans to create employment for youth, build a $1 trillion investment-driven economy and establish a national reconciliation commission to strengthen the nation-building process, along with improving the country's structure and environment. The manifesto also emphasizes investigating capital market scandals during the Awami League's rule and providing monthly honorariums for khatibs, imams and muezzins, along with other people-centric issues. At the same time, the manifesto contains a series of pledges preparing an accurate list of martyrs of the Liberation War and ensuring justice for the July mass uprising. The contents of the manifesto have been finalized, giving importance to the aspirations of women and youth and integrating the July National Charter, emphasizing reforms in the electoral system and the constitution. The manifesto states that voting will be re-established as the sole legitimate source of state power and sustainable democratic institutions will be built through necessary reforms. There will be no return of fascism or foreign subservience. If elected, BNP pledges to empower women by issuing family cards in the name of the female head of household, ensuring free education up to postgraduate level, and implementing integrated programs for women's social and economic development. To support farmers and ensure food security, BNP promises comprehensive protection through farmer cards and the waiver of agricultural loans, including interest up to Taka 10,000. To generate employment nationwide, BNP plans to establish government employment exchanges at district and Upazila levels. Free internet will be provided at educational institutions, government offices, digital centers, hospitals, railway stations, airports and other populous locations. Language and skills training centers will be established to support overseas employment. BNP's foreign policy philosophy is also Bangladesh first. The party emphasizes independence, sovereignty, national interest, national security and public welfare, and will pursue bilateral and multilateral relations based on equality, fairness, mutual interest and international norms. A zero-tolerance stance against terrorism, militancy and extremism will be adopted, combining legal, social and preventive strategies through national consensus. Foreign investment will be increased to 2.5% of GDP and support will be provided to SMEs and startups through guarantee schemes, cash flow-based loans, district capital funds, crowdfunding and expanded insurance coverage. Educationists, economists, along with diplomats of various countries were present. Ahead of the upcoming election, BNP chairperson Tariq Rahman is set to begin his second phase tour of the northern region. Tomorrow, he will address large election rallies in Thakurga, Nilphamari and Bikrampur in Dinajpur. The tour was confirmed on Wednesday night by BNP Media Cell member Shairul Kabir Khan. Tariq Rahman's visit will begin at 11:30 am tomorrow with a rally in Thakurga, where he will seek votes in favor of BNP Secretary General Mirza Fakhrul Islam Alamgir. He will then attend a rally at 1:30 pm in support of Nilphamari 2 constituency candidate Shahrin Islam Tuhin, and finally at 2:30 pm he will join an election rally in Birampur, Dinajpur in support of BNP Standing Committee member Dr. AZM Zahid Hossain. During his Dinajpur visit, Tariq Rahman is scheduled to take part in an emotional program. He will visit the graves of his maternal grandfather Iskandar Mujumdar, maternal grandmother Toiba Mujumdar and maternal aunt and former minister Khurshid Jahan Haq at Sheikh Faridpur Cemetery in Dinajpur city. His visit has generated widespread enthusiasm among BNP leaders and activists across the northern districts. This marks his second phase of campaigning in the northern region, following a successful first phase tour from January 29 to 31, during which he visited several districts including Rajshahi, Rangpur and Bogura. Since launching his nationwide election campaign from Sylhet on January 22, Tariq Rahman has participated in 24 public rallies across the country so far. Alongside contesting the Dhaka 17 constituency, he has been conducting continuous campaigning nationwide to ensure the victory of BNP candidates. Bangladesh Jamaat Islami Amir Dr. Shafiqur Rahman has said that corruption will be uprooted if the 11 parties alliance gets the opportunity to run the country in the future. He made the remarks this morning while addressing the first public rally organized by Jamaat Islami Bangladesh in Mehdiganj of Borishal. Later in the day, Dr. Shafiqur Rahman spoke at a second public rally in Baufal of Potuakhali. At the rallies, Shafiqur Rahman highlighted the alliance's anti-corruption stance and sought votes in favor of the candidates of the alliance. The Jamaat Amir alleged that public money has been looted over the past 15.5 years in the name of banks, insurance companies and mega projects. He claimed that 28 lakh crore taka has been laundered abroad during this period and announced a final struggle to recover the siphoned off funds. The Jamaat Amir said the future of Bangladesh would be in the hands of those who do not engage in extortion, corruption, case business, looting, illegal corruption, loan default, asset plundering and bank robbery. Dr. Shafiqur Rahman also introduced Jamaat Islami nominated candidates for various constituencies in the Borishal region and sought public support in their favor. Jamaat Islami's key pledge is to establish justice and justice-based state through uprooting corruption. The party Amir Dr. Shafiqur Rahman said this at an election rally in Pirojpur as part of election campaign in southern region today. He said, "Forgetting the old discord, a united country, a united nation, inspired by this core principle, Jamaat Islami will continue to work towards building a new Bangladesh." Later, the Jamaat chief joined an election rally in Jhalukat organized by District Jamaat. Besides Jamaat, Amir Dr. Shafiqur Rahman also took part in election rallies in Norail and Faridpur. In these public meetings, the Jamaat Amir sought wholehearted support and blessings of people from all walks of life. National Citizen Party NCP convener Nahid Islam said that the people of Bangladesh want change. They want a Bangladesh based on reform and justice. He stated that if they are able to come to state power, the reform process will be implemented and Bangladesh will be freed from domination and fascism. He called on the people to vote for the 11-party alliance in the upcoming national election to be held on 12 February. At the event, Dilshana Parul, the NCP candidate of the 11-party alliance for the Dhaka 19 parliamentary constituency, Dalwar Hossain Amir of Dhaka District Jamaat Islami, Afzal Hossain Secretary General Julkarnain, convener of Sawar Thana NCP, along with other leaders of the 11-party alliance were present. Nahid Islam further said that governance in Bangladesh will be conducted from Dhaka and the country itself will be governed by the people. Bangladesh Khelafhat Majlis has presented a framework for justice-based state reforms and Islamic good governance ahead of the upcoming national election. Bangladesh Khelafhat Majlis Amir Maulana Mamunul Haq presented the 22 points manifesto this morning at the party's Puran Polton Central Office in the capital. He pledged to build a human and developed country. Bangladesh Khelafhat Majlis senior Naib Amir and convener of the election steering committee Maulana Yusuf Ashraf, Naib Amir Maulana Kurban Ali, Joint Secretary General Maulana Tafazzal Hossain Mazi, Organizing Secretary Maulana Azizur Rahman Helal and Member Secretary of the election steering committee Maulana Hassan Zunaid were present at that time. The manifesto places emphasis on balanced development, good governance and a corruption-free state system, a strong defense and national security framework, an independent and dignified interest-based foreign policy, a unified moral education system for all, employment creation, women's rights, and several other key issues. Addressing the program, Mamunul Haq said the manifesto outlines an integrated and practical roadmap to overcome the ongoing state crisis. He also said that if Bangladesh Khelafhat Majlis candidates are elected, efforts will be made to implement the 22 points agenda in full. As the election draws nearer, the political landscape across constituencies is changing rapidly. From alleys to neighborhoods, candidates are making their presence felt everywhere. The core theme of the campaigns is development. Promises such as modernizing the education system, improving communication and transport networks, and simplifying CMC services are being repeatedly highlighted by almost all candidates. Meanwhile, election campaigning has gained momentum across the country ahead of the national parliamentary election. Candidates are going door to door making various commitments to voters. After regaining their voting rights following a long gap, some voters consider a fundamental overhaul of the education system to be the top priority, while others emphasize the poor condition of roads and infrastructure. Many voters believe that grand development claims hold little value if basic needs are not met. Beyond development, issues such as the quality of healthcare, difficulties in receiving treatment at government hospitals, the spread of drugs and social problems like juvenile gangs are also emerging in voter discussions. They want future representatives to take realistic and effective initiatives on these matters. Expatriates are also included in this list of expectations. Many expatriates complain that although they are recognized as remittance earners, they are deprived of due respect and opportunities both at home and abroad. At the same time, despite global demand for skilled labor, a large number of the country's young people remain unemployed, another reality weighing heavily on voters' minds. Having regained their voting rights after a long wait, voters now want to make calculated decisions rather than emotional ones. Ultimately, it is the ballot that will determine who wins the people's valuable votes in this contest of promises and expectations. Ahead of the upcoming 13th National Parliamentary election and the referendum, a total of 4,01,460 postal ballots sent by expatriate Bangladeshis have so far arrived in the country. Through the postal vote BD app, 7,66,862 ballots have already been dispatched to registered expatriate voters. Of these, 5,26,498 voters living abroad have received their ballots and 4,82,817 voters have completed voting. So far, 4,49,006 ballots have been deposited at post offices or mailboxes in the respective countries. Among them, 1,24,746 ballots have been received by the returning officers. Meanwhile, the Election Commission has also begun sending postal ballots to voters residing within the country. Ballots have already been sent to 6,94,146 registered voters nationwide. According to information available up to 9:30 a.m. today, 3,24,202 voters residing in the country have received their ballots. Of them, 2,59,394 voters have completed voting and 2,13,697 voters have deposited their ballots at post offices or mailboxes. Among these, 30,706 ballots have been received by the returning officers. For the 13th National Parliamentary election and the referendum, a total of 15,33,684 voters at home and abroad have registered through the app to vote via postal ballots. Now moving on to international news.